Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jess from BehatiLife. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your astro forecast and intuitive forecast for the week of January 15th. As we speak, there are 6 out of 10 planets that are currently crowded in the sign of Capricorn. This is kind of rare. Truly, it is kind of rare, although there are sometimes clusters of planets that end up in one sign. Just the fact that these like slower moving planets are here, Mercury being here, Pluto, Moon, Sun, Venus, Saturn, all of these planets are crowded in the sign of Capricorn, enhancing this Capricorn energy that we are going to feel whether you are a Taurus, an Aries, Virgo, Gemini, whatever your sun sign, rising sign, you're going to feel this element of Capricorn and Earth energy within your life, especially this week as there's a new moon in the sign of Capricorn. Now, if you are new to the channel, welcome. I like to invite everybody to pull up their chart if they have it, or at least to know what Capricorn rules within your personal chart. I get a lot of questions every week as far as what I use and what I recommend as far as resources for pulling charts. Me personally, I use astro.com. I'll link it down below, or maybe I'll put it in this video. That's my personal preference. You're going to need your date of birth, your time of birth, and your birth location in order to get the perfect location of where, and the perfect idea of what Capricorn rules within your chart. But across the board though, taking a step back, Capricorn rules this energy of hard work, of career, and of social status and reputation. Now, that's because Capricorn naturally rules the 10th house, and the 10th house is connected to these areas of our lives. So even though Capricorn, for a lot of us, rules different areas of your chart, and different areas of your life, that element is still there, and our focus still is kind of naturally drawn and gravitated towards that area, or that subject of work, career, and status, and structure, stability, and building up for yourself. But not only building up for yourself, but reaping the reward, getting the benefit of all of your hard work and commitment and dedication. And Capricorn is known for taking the time to really do the research before it invests itself, and before it invests its resources and time and energy into building something that it deems is worthy and worthwhile. And that's something that I think that a lot of us can learn from and incorporate into our lives even more, no matter who or what it is that your sun sign is, or what your traits and your tendencies are. I said this before in a few videos before this week, in one of our astro forecasts, and I'm going to say it again, that in a lot of ways, if you're sprinkling your energy in different things in different areas, you can't really give one thing your all, so you don't really reap the maximum benefit of it. So Capricorn reminds you that if you do focus and commit yourself to something, and give it your all, and work and build and network, and almost like that whole energy of, like, work hard, play hard, but work hard now, and then play later. That's the kind of Capricorn energy that it is that we're working with this week, and really this month. But this week is the new moon that's happening in the sign of Capricorn, and new moons typically, energetically, it's a time of reconnecting and reconnecting to your source, reconnecting to your intuition and your vision, and then setting the intent for what it is that you want to manifest and to build in your life. And build is the biggest word that is going to be a theme of this week, because we're all about building and expanding and growing. Granted, Jupiter is a planet of expansion and growth, but Saturn helps to build that foundation, so we can actually have the foundation to build upon. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the planet that wears things down over time. And if you are taking care of yourself, if you are taking care of your career and your reputation, if you're taking care of your relationships, then a lot of times Saturn will bring the reward of that, saying like, you have something that is worthy of building upon, that can last you and provide for you for generations, your lifetime, like truly your lifetime. Saturn will wear things down. If you are not taking care of a relationship, if you're not taking care of your health, or if you're not putting in the work, the burden of that and the hassle of that and the stress of it will begin to wear and break it down. So that's something that I really want us to be aware of when we're setting intentions for this new moon, is making sure that what it is that we really are saying, we're committing ourselves to, that we are really giving it our 100% all when it comes to making sure that it is healthy, that it is vibrant, and that it has everything it needs to survive. If you feel like you can't commit to it, then maybe it's time for you to take a step back before you take steps forward. And this requires responsibility. It requires maturity. And that's the other thing too that Saturn rules and Capricorn rules, is this ability to be responsible and to take accountability for your actions. So as hard and as heavy as that sounds, and you guys are probably like, why is Jess so excited about this new moon when it has this like connection of like heaviness and commitment and responsibility, and it's like, I've got enough on my plate. But sometimes some things are totally worth your hard work and your investment. And that's, again, another reason why you want to make sure that what it is that you really are giving your energy to and what it is that you've committed yourself to is actually worthy of your commitment. Because if you are giving to trivial things that aren't designed to pay off, it is going to deplete your energy and eventually wear you down. And at the end of the road, you're going to have nothing but a pile of ashes in your hands, and just you wish that you would have done things a little differently. So during this new moon, what I want us to do is to focus on what it is that we want to see pay off in our lives. Not just now, not just next year, but 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 50 years from now, 80 years from now. And begin to paint and visualize that. Begin to paint that picture and visualize the image and set the intention of it coming into your life. And when it does come in, and when you have the opportunity of something that is of value for you to put your energy into, begin to work and develop that. Surround that in prayer. Surround that in your work. Surround that in your energy. Surround it in your love, so that it continues to build, 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 build. This week, Venus, the planet of love, relationships, beauty, and aesthetic, moves from Capricorn into the sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus, and Uranus is all about shaking things up. When Venus moves into the sign of Aquarius, things start getting a little weird and different. When I say weird, I mean weird in a good way. We just start doing things differently. We're attracted to things that are eccentric, that are odd, that stand out, that are unlike any other. When Venus was moving to the sign of Capricorn, our approach to love, relationships, and how we expressed ourselves to the things that we loved was a little bit more practical and reserved. When it moves into the sign of Aquarius, in a lot of ways, it kind of needs to take a little step back, to do things differently, to infuse excitement and energy and independence into relationships and into the things that it is that you like and you love. So don't be surprised if you find yourself being drawn to like different things, people of different cultures, things from different backgrounds. Don't be surprised if you are in love with someone right now. If you guys just want to totally switch things up and do things differently, go with this vibe, go with this energy, because this infuses way more excitement and energy into the relationship, and that's a good thing for any type of relationship. When it comes to spending money, I feel like it's still a little bit on the spectrum of kind of not practicality, but maybe not indulging so much. So this is a great time a great time when it comes to maybe saving up, even though Aquarius is not known for saving totally, but it's more about, if you are going to buy something during this time or invest during this time, it's something that stands out to you and makes it is different. It's hard to find anything like this, so then you put your money into it and your resources in it. The other thing too is that Capricorn really grounds a lot of us and makes a lot of us feel practical if we are going to make an investment, it's because it's something that we find is going to pay off again in the long haul. Many of us are saving and building our resources as much as you can. If you are doing this, you are going to see a huge payoff when it comes to your bank account. If you are not doing this, chances are it's because you have been working hard for a long time and you're wanting to spend that money. But also sometimes people are overwhelmed by the burden of commitment and responsibility, and they just kind of blow things left and right. So that's something to be aware of. No shade, no judgment on any part. I'm just telling you what the charts show and what you can see for this week. The other thing that I find is really interesting and incredible this week is the fact that Jupiter, the planet of abundance and expansion, is going to be moving in alignment to touch positively Pluto, the planet of transformation and death and destruction. So Pluto has a bad reputation sometimes, but when it meets the planet with the right time and the right aspect, what you have is the chance to create some really positive changes in your life that can be super beneficial. And a lot of this is going to show up in many of our careers or news that comes in, and even like it's going to act as a blessing when it comes to our finances and our relationships. This week you have to keep your eyes open for the element of surprise. This is because Uranus, the planet of surprise and unexpected developments and also doing things differently, is in the sign of Aries and is going to be was squaring Venus. But that energy is still there. The sun is squaring Uranus. This creates unexpected developments when it comes to excuse me, the decisions that it is that we're doing in our lives, our temperament. We just have this need to kind of shake things up and switch things up a bit, and that's going to be totally apparent this new moon. Don't be surprised if you hear some type of news that comes in that's a little shocking. I think that it should be something pretty positive, just because I feel like so many of us have been working and building and building. You've been following my predictions here on the YouTube channel, so you know what to expect. You know where you should be putting your energy and your focus in order to get the reward. And you also know that any type of surprises or unexpected developments that you didn't see coming are always for your highest and greatest good, so it's best to work with it. I see it as positive, so it should be really interesting. To back this up even further, I did pull some cards for you guys because I'm loving pulling cards for you guys on the YouTube channel. And the cards that jumped out, the first one was the Ten of Pentacles. The second was the Four of Pentacles. And then I asked a follow-up question as far as what action we can expect to come in or what's coming in, and I saw the Knight of Cups. So Ten of Pentacles is all about long-term investments that begin to pay off, not only just now in this generation, but for generations to come. But Four of Pentacles is not about moving really quickly. Neither is Ten of Pentacles. Both are very grounded and have still energy. They don't, they're not trying to invest or splurge or... I just dropped that card. That card jumped out. Yeah, it's not willing to move really quickly. It wants you to kind of stay here in the now. And when I saw these cards, the first message that I got was, hold on, let me pull it up for you because I actually wrote it down. The message came in pretty loud and clear, and I wrote it on my blog. The message was, you don't have to try so hard. Let them come to you. If you have done the work and made all the moves that you possibly can, then now is the time to sit still and wait for them to choose and invest in you. You are worthy, and what you have is valuable. And that was the message that came through for everyone here on the YouTube channel when I pulled those cards. And it really does make sense because Capricorn is not quick to make bold moves or aggressive moves. It knows that it is worthy. It's one of it's one of the signs that constantly kind of gets overlooked, but just because it's overlooked in the initially doesn't mean that it doesn't at the end win. Capricorn always will be successful. Capricorn will always win because it shines. It shines because of the work that it's put in. It shines because it's a hard worker. It shines because it's dedicated. And if you can bring those energy, that element into your life and focus on what it is that you want to manifest in your life for the things that you want to commit to, whether it be a relationship, twin flame, soulmate, healthy life, a long, happy, lasting life, travels, career advancement. Don't be afraid to ask for those things, okay? So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. We're going to be doing we're going to continue doing these weekly forecasts for you every single week on Mondays or Sundays if I'm early. They will be posted here. Also, thumbs ups or thumbs down, whichever you prefer, and comments. They all make a difference. I read all of my comments. I don't miss any of them. I do my best to respond to them, but also keep in mind that I am working in the apothecary. I am doing readings, and outside of that, you know, I have my own personal life and groceries that I need to buy and errands that I need to run, so those things need to be taken into account too. But I just really want to say thank you guys so much for being a part of the channel, for being subscribed. We just hit 4,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Was not expecting that. It honestly feels like just yesterday I was at like 136, meaning 136 subscribers, and I was so proud of that. And just to say that I'm at 4,000 now is insane. Also, I am working on a huge giveaway. Many of the people who are submitting to the giveaway, all of their packages are coming in to the apothecary this week. So hopefully the giveaway's details will be announced not this week, but next. I will be in Arizona, but definitely keep your eyes open. And for the how to win is you're going to need to be subscribed to the YouTube channel, and you're going to need to be following on Instagram. Everything will be checked, of course, and the winner will be chosen at random. But you really don't want to miss out on this giveaway because the gifts I have for you are just way too good to pass up, okay? So I love you, and we will stay connected.